What happens when America pulls the plug? The shocking fallout of Trump's aid cancel. Imagine waking up to find that life-saving medication, crucial education programs, and vital infrastructure projects have come to a sudden halt. On the 20th of January 2025, President Donald Trump signed an executive order suspending all U.S. foreign aid for 90 days, a drastic move that has sent shockwaves across Africa. With America's billions frozen, millions now face an uncertain future. Could this mark the beginning of Africa's greatest crisis, or an opportunity for a new era of independence? Welcome back to My Planet Updates. As we explore today's video, we'd love your support. Please consider subscribing to our channel, like and share the video. Your support helps us grow and bring you more updates. A shocking decision that stuns the world. Trump's return to office has been anything but quiet. Determined to uphold his America First vision, he is slashing foreign aid, arguing that U.S. tax dollars should benefit Americans first. A White House statement reinforced this stance, stating, "The United States will no longer finance programs that fail to provide a clear return for the American people. Every dollar must be accounted for." But the ripple effects of this decision are being felt far beyond Washington. Health systems on the brink of collapse. Perhaps the most immediate and devastating impact is in healthcare. For over 2 decades, the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR, has provided life-saving treatment to nearly 21 million people, the majority in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, with funding frozen, millions relying on antiretroviral drugs face an unimaginable crisis. Dr. Linda Gale Becker, a leading HIV researcher, warns even short disruptions in treatment can lead to drug resistance, a resurgence of the virus, and increased mortality rates. This is not just a financial issue, it's a life or death situation. In countries like Malawi and Mozambique, where US aid funds up to 80% of HIV programs, clinics are already reporting shortages. In South Africa, while the government provides medication, US aid has funded critical infrastructure and healthcare workers. Now, hospitals are struggling to keep up with demand. Beyond healthcare, an economic disaster unfolds. The US provides over $45 billion annually in foreign assistance, with Africa as one of the largest beneficiaries. The southern freeze is now threatening food security in drought-hit East Africa. U.S. funded agricultural programs have helped millions avoid famine. Now, crucial crop subsidies and irrigation projects are in jeopardy. Education, USAID has funded scholarships, school supplies, and teacher training. Without these resources, school dropout rates are expected to skyrocket. If you're still watching and haven't subscribed yet, we'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button, like and share the video. Your support truly motivates us to create more videos like this. Thank you for being a part of our community. Infrastructure, road networks, clean water systems, and power projects in multiple countries could be abandoned mid-construction, leaving communities in limbo. A Kenyan economist, Dr. Adebayo Mensah, explains, foreign aid has been a double-edged sword. While it has fueled development, it has also made African economies overly dependent. This crisis could force governments to either sink or swim. A wake-up call for Africa? While the aid freeze has caused panic, it has also sparked debate. Many argue that this moment could be a blessing in disguise, forcing African nations to rethink their reliance on foreign support. Some governments are now looking toward China, Russia, and Middle Eastern investors as alternative partners. China, through its Belt and Road Initiative, has already been increasing its presence in Africa. But with growing concerns over debt traps, African leaders must now navigate their next moves carefully. Regional organizations like the African Union and ECOWAS may need to step up, increasing investments in local industries and improving domestic revenue collection. The question remains, will African leaders seize this opportunity to become truly independent, or will they simply shift reliance from one superpower to another? What's next? The world watches. Trump's move has sparked global controversy. His critics argue that the decision undermines America's global leadership, alienating allies and ceding influence to rival powers. Others say the 90-day review could lead to selective funding restoration, where only countries that align with US interests continue to receive aid. Will the US permanently cut ties with Africa, or will economic and strategic interests bring them back to the table? More importantly, will Africa emerge stronger from this crisis? What do you think? Should Africa break free from foreign aid, or does the US have a responsibility to continue its support? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What's next? The world watches. Trump's move has sparked global controversy. His critics argue that the decision undermines America's global leadership, alienating allies and ceding influence to rival powers. Others say the 90-day review could lead to selective funding restoration, where only countries that align with US interests continue to receive aid. Will the US permanently cut ties with Africa, or will economic and strategic interests bring them back to the table? More importantly, will Africa emerge stronger from this crisis? Your voice matters. Join the discussion. What do you think about Trump's decision to suspend US aid to Africa? Is this a long overdue wake-up call for the continent to pursue self-reliance, or does the US have a responsibility to continue its support? How do you see this reshaping Africa's alliances with China, Russia, and other global powers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's have a meaningful discussion about Africa's future and the shifting global power dynamics. If you found this analysis insightful, help us grow this conversation. Like this video, share it with friends, and most importantly, subscribe to My Planet Updates. We bring you in-depth analysis on global affairs, geopolitics, and major events shaping our world. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Stay informed, stay engaged. This is My Planet Updates, your window to the world's most critical stories. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.